So number one, update, we're kind of excited about it. Many of you who were victims of the 2016 flood got re-victimized by your own government in the duplication of benefits debacle by HUD, by Small Business Administration, and the state of Louisiana, just caught up in that quagmire. And so we so far have been able to work through, and as a result of the law change that we did, we worked together with Congressman Cedric Richmond. We were able to get the law changed that fixed duplication of benefits, only to have the bureaucrats screw it up all over again, even though the law was a clean fix. So as a result of the law change so far, there have been over 2,700. So the exact number is 2,734 families. Over 2,734 families that have received checks totaling $68 million. And so as a result of the duplication of benefits fix that was done. However, y'all are well aware that there are actually around 2,800 families that are still stuck as a result of the 120% of AMI, the area income. So the deal is that just today, HUD and the state of Louisiana, so the federal agency and the state restore program, have come to an agreement on at least two criteria that will allow people who are duplication of benefits victims, who are stuck, to potentially get a check. So the two conditions that they've agreed upon, number one, is that if you can demonstrate that 30%, that at least 30% of your gross household income is spent on housing. And so that means things like your mortgage payment, your homeowner's insurance, your property taxes, flood insurance, and your monthly SBA payment. So I'll say that again. If you can demonstrate that at least 30% of your gross income is going towards your mortgage payment, things like property insurance, flood insurance, property taxes, and your monthly SBA, and your monthly SBA loan, then we think that HUD has agreed, they have agreed that you could be eligible for at least a portion of your duplication of benefits amount to be now covered. So that's number one. Number two, the second one that they've agreed on is if you can demonstrate that at least 50%, that at least 15% of your discretionary income is spent paying your SBA loan. So scenario number one, at least 30% of your gross income is going toward housing costs, which includes mortgage payment, which includes your SBA loan, property taxes, homeowner's insurance, and flood insurance. Number two, and this is a separate one, you don't have to have both, a separate one, if you can demonstrate that 15% of your discretionary income is going to pay your SBA loan, then we think at this point you could have at least a portion of your duplication of benefits amounts now covered by the Restore program. I remind you, only $700 million of the $1.7 billion that we gave the Restore program has been offered, not granted, but offered to homeowners. So it is believed that this will result in tens of millions of dollars in additional Restore funds going to you where we intended the money goes. So great news, a step in the right direction. We're going to continue chiseling away at this thing and trying to address the duplication of benefits victims and force these bureaucrats to comply with the law. Now look, here's the last thing on SBA duplication of benefits for the flood victims. The last thing is this. As many of you know, your financial conditions have changed drastically as a result of coronavirus. Your financial conditions, people have lost jobs, you've had your hours or wages cut. Many businesses are really struggling right now. So I want to remind you that you may be able to go back to Restore and have your income recalculated based upon what's happening right now. So maybe last year you were doing great, economy was just blowing and going, and you were making money last year, but maybe this year it's come to a screeching halt. maybe you lost your job, maybe you got laid off or furloughed, maybe you had your hours or your wages cut because the business is not doing well because the economy shut down. And so you may be able to have your income recalculated that would determine that you're no longer 120% AMI, and so that would put you in one of the other categories and allow you to finally get this duplication of benefits debacle behind you. So 3 things there: 30% on housing or more, you could be eligible for a partial payment on your duplication of benefits. 15% of your discretionary income or more going to your SBA loan, then you could be eligible for a partial duplication of benefits payment. Or if your income can be recalculated based on what's happening right now or perhaps over the last couple of months, and you can demonstrate to Restore that you're no longer 120 AMI, you may be able to have all of your DOB covered. So good news, and I'm going to say it again, this is not the solution for everybody. It's still not what the law says, but it is continuing to chisel away at this brick wall that some of the bureaucrats have put up and trying to stop us from truly enforcing what the law says. So duplication of benefits announcement number 1.